What's up? Welcome back to episode 3 of the $300 Honda Civic project.
In episode 1, you saw we picked up this car for $300. We jumped right onto refinishing the brakes, then we threw on a new axle and hub and a few other parts. In episode 2, we threw on a new oil pan gasket, picked up a stock exhaust from a subscriber, and we pulled the head to further diagnose the engine noise. And that leads us to episode 3.
We're about to tear into this head and see what else we can get into. So let's get started. We got to take the distributor off. We got to take the intake manifold off. We possibly are looking at a parts car as well to see if we can grab some more parts for this thing. But we'll update you guys later on. Let's get started. Take off the distributor and this intake manifold.
You said it might be a simple fix such as valve lash, but in the last video I only showed a short clip of the noise. Here's a better clip of what it actually is sounding like and why we had to pull the head. So as you can hear, it's very intermittent, very loud. It goes away with engine RPM increasing, so we're not quite sure what this could be. We pulled off the accessory belts, still made the noise. We checked the water pump, that seemed perfectly fine. Let me know below what you think it could be.
Alright, so we got the head completely stripped down. For the most part, we still got a couple things on here, obviously, but that is pretty much everything that we're going to need to take off of this head before bringing it over to the machine shop. I'm not 100% sure just yet if we are going to bring it to the machine shop, because I may, like I said in the intro, I may have found a parts car that one of you guys hit me up and said that you got rear-ended, unfortunately, and the rest of the car is still good. So hopefully, possibly, we might have a new engine for this car.
And here it is. Let's check it out, see if it'll work for us.
Edwin and his buddy just took off and they left me with this car that I just bought, a 1999 Honda Civic LX. And as you might have just seen, it does have a slight dent in the back. So this I did buy for a parts car for the giveaway car, and we can use a couple different things on here as I'll show you in a second. 4-door version, so we won't be needing too much of the stuff in the back here, but the interior is pretty clean. We can take a couple things from the inside, including these pretty minty seats that he had just put in here. The main reason that we bought this parts car was for this. And battery's dead, yay. Okay, so we had to jump it. We got to get a new battery, but this is why we got this car. We got a working engine here and it sounds really good. Quick ad break in today's project to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. You ever been curious about how much information there is about you online? Done a quick Google search of your name and found out that there's actually a ton of creepy results, and they hit a little too close to home. They know kind of everything about you. Not only is this kind of creepy that all these people have this access to your information online, data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else that might want to target you. They have access to things like your name, email, address, health problems, relatives. It's all out there. Aura shows me which data brokers are out there selling my information and automatically submits those opt-out requests for me. So cleaning up my information online not only helps to reduce the amount of spam that I get, which is a lot, but also protects me against hackers that could use this information to help them get access to my social media accounts, bank account numbers, or other sensitive information. I'm using Aura. It does so much more to help me to protect myself online, helps protect my family online, also helps to protect against threats that I can't even see. It's also really easy to set up. You don't have to download a bunch of different apps to get things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, insurance scams, and so much more. And the best part is you're getting all of this bundled in at an affordable price. Now you might say, oh, I have some of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and then leaving the back door open. It helps to have the whole bundle. Aura is always on in the background, doing the hard work, keeping me safe so I can focus on other tasks like this build we're working on today. So I value my privacy. I know that you guys value your privacy. I also value your privacy. You can go to aura.com/simplebuild. It's gonna be shown here on the screen, and it's also gonna be in the description below. That's gonna get you a 2-week free trial to get started today.
It is time to pull the parts car in, start tearing into this thing, see what we're gonna keep and what we're gonna sell.
So the game plan now with this car, everything from this car that wasn't working, we pretty much have on this project here. We picked up this shell, running and driving, besides obviously the smashed back end, for around 750 bucks. So we're gonna do a tally pretty soon of everything all together, whether it's in the last video or the 10-minute build of this series, showing you guys the breakdown and the process of how much we spent. These wheels, we're gonna sell these for about probably hopefully 200 bucks, so get a couple bucks for that. Then that puts this car down to 550, and then we'll try to part out a couple things before scrapping the shell here for a couple bucks. So if you guys need anything off of this car, hit me up on Instagram in the DMs and I'll let you know if we can part with it. But I'm gonna be taking pretty much everything in the engine bay. This is the parts car, super stoked that we found this. And we're still gonna be able to hopefully bring that head to the machine shop and see if we can get that sorted. Dave is here, you're good, bro. Dave is here, we're gonna start cranking away on this thing. First and foremost, we gotta rip this rest of this engine out. We won't have to worry about getting a new head gasket, all that nonsense. So we're gonna see what we can do to swap this engine into here, probably take the whole front end from the 2000 and swap it onto here as well. So we got quite a bit of work on our hands now. We're gonna get cranking on this thing and I will update you guys as we go. Would you look at that? She's out. Nice work. Alright, so the engine is out, as you can see, and we have it on a dolly, baby. We're almost professionals over here. So this thing is Dave's back here breaking stuff, and I just pulled this engine all by myself. We move this out of the way, rearrange some cards, and then I guess we'll start cranking on taking that one out and then getting ready to put it into this thing. So stick around, we got a lot of work to do.
On today's episode of Simple Builds Garage. Come on, take this over out.
I like that. Can you do that one more time?
Oh, you like this?
Next day, back working on these two Hondas now. And this one, apparently the battery is completely shot. So we gotta get a new battery for that, but I gotta get this car up on the lift to start digging into it. So we're gonna get the car onto the lift without a battery using a little bit of these. Is not my brightest idea, but we jacked the front up in the air and I can't push it up because it's slippery and it's uphill and it's heavy. So we just put a little ratchet strap to a very secure point in the shop, trying to get it up there the rest of the way. We're almost there. See, now we don't have resistance coming uphill because it's on the jack, and we're gonna be able to slowly roll it back. Okay, car is up in the air, finally. Only took all of about, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Also, just wanted to mention, thank you guys for compliments on the beard. I'm trying something different, trying something new. A couple of you guys noticed and you know, gave me some compliments, so thank you, I appreciate you. All in, we're still under like 1,500 bucks for both of these cars. So not including labor, obviously, but this is what I do. So I don't add labor into it. If you guys are gonna do it yourselves, you're gonna be saving that money by doing it yourself anyways. So no need to factor labor in most times. Sometimes it does make sense. So we got this car up in the air. Pretty much my game plan is that we're gonna take the engine and the front end and the front seats from this car. Everything else we're gonna try to make a couple bucks on. If you guys are interested, again, let me know on Instagram DMs. It's got about 150,000 miles, so engine has less miles than this one does, so that's always a plus. Again, a lot of stuff that we needed on this car on that car we have on this car, like the headers here, but there is a small issue that I'm seeing now for the first time, that this is not going to unbolt because it's welded all the way back. So we're going to have to unbolt it, I guess, from here, from this flange, just like ours does, comes all the way back, and it's welded. There's no exhaust leaks. It sounds nice and quiet. Suspension on the back, everything looks pretty clean. Might have bent something back here, but I don't think it went that far. I think the crumple zone was mainly in the trunk here, as you'll see, and then it stopped where it's supposed to. So I don't see anything beside, like this frame rail looks real straight here. This frame rail also looks straight besides whatever was in here, the twisted bumper piece connector in there. Front end, we got some normal leakage, it looks like, from old residue, but a little bit of a scrape on the oil pan. Nothing big, nothing to worry about really there. We do have some coilovers on the front. Looks like everything is scratched off. I can't see what those are. They look like Godspeed coilovers or something like that. But O2 sensors all work. Everything else looks pretty good. Solid, big brakes on here, big calipers. Yeah, we'll get the axles from our car because they're much newer. At least this one is brand new. So everything looks pretty stinking clean down there. I mean, nothing really, you know, big leaks or anything like that. So just needs a good cleanup and then see if we can find any leaks at all and see if we can sort those out. So we're going to be using our trans because this is an automatic. Looks pretty solid down here. Let's get the front bumper off first thing. We're going to get these headlights off, get the fenders off, and we'll take the hood off because all that stuff, and the grill, all of that stuff needs to go onto our car. Guys, be sure to jump in and get entered to winning this car. It is definitely a little bit ways away from finish. The timeline's going to be extended a little bit as we talked about in the previous video, but I hope that you guys can see the vision. I hope you're excited about it, and I hope you're having fun following along as we go through this process of getting this car back on the road better than ever with the help from this car here. So thanks again for all the support. This series is doing really well, which I'm really excited about. I know you guys love this cheap Honda stuff just as much as I do, so that's very exciting. So be sure to get entered, simpleclothing.co. Check out the membership there. It's gonna get you entered with 20x bonus points, which would be the membership cost. So that's gonna be 400 entries just right there. And that's gonna get you entered into every giveaway that we do. So jump into Simple Motor Club, check that out. We got a really awesome community growing over there with awesome perks and events. Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.